My friend's friend worked at the clinic VandS, I was calling it, but then when I read it in Korean, it's VandS, like Van's clinic. So they recommended me to go to this clinic in Seongssu because it's newly opened and they were having a newly opened sales and events, which is great because that's what I needed. Coming to Korea, I really thought that I'd be getting old therapy and like a derma rolling and laser hair removal everywhere, honey. But when I arrived, I realized that I didn't save up as much money as I could have hoped to save up. Maybe I should start investing in stocks. So even though in Korea the skincare treatments are so cheap compared to other countries and they're very good quality depending on the good clinic you go to, it still costs money. It's still, it's still costly to go to these clinics and get stuff done. So I wrote in the form when I was making an appointment, oh, my friends recommended me this clinic because their friend works there. And then when I arrived there at 9:30 in the morning, I think I just wanted to get it done and over with for the day. I came on the last day of my trip because with many laser hair removal and skincare treatments, you can't go drinking afterwards, and obviously you can't go to the public sauna and jjimjilbang, so that would just ruin my trip if I did it in the middle of the trip. Of course, I want to have fun. I want to have a good time. So I left it for the last day. I came at 9:30 just to get it done in the morning, maybe go for a beautiful coffee afterwards. And it took much longer than I expected. I arrived at 9:30 when they opened in the morning and I ended up leaving at about 11, so much longer than I expected. But it was me and two other Japanese girls there. There was a lot of Japanese clients there, so they're not just trying to promote to English speaking clients. And from what I can see from online, they have very good reviews from Koreans and foreigners alike. They have a good reputation, a lot of their clinics. And this new clinic in Seongssu, I think it's a great place to have one of these clinics because Seongssu seems to be becoming the next Myeongdong, you could say, dare I say. And of course, when I arrived there, I said again, my friend's friend works here. That's why I'm here. Like, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Can I get, even though you're already having a huge, huge discount on everything because of the opening sale, I was just seeing if there was, any, oh, okay, we'll give you, one service, or, oh, who? Oh, really? Oh, nice to meet you. But no. So I filled in all the forms. Everything was lovely. The staff there are really, really nice. She speaks English excellently, Japanese well, and they gave us a little snack for coming and a thank you note. That was really such a wonderful little touch. So I felt like, okay, this is a clinic that cares about customer service so far. And I went in to have a consultation inside the consultation room with a really lovely staff member. She spoke English excellently. She told me that she had a very pushy mother who would encourage her to learn English well. That's why her English was so good. So a tiger mom, if you will. But look at her now. She's working in a clinic and I'm speaking English during consultations. And what I originally wanted to get, well, of course, I wanted some laser hair removal, but I wanted it everywhere, honey, everywhere. But if I got laser hair removal everywhere, then I wouldn't have been able to afford any skin treatment. And so I thought, I was prioritizing what I could prioritize. Laser hair removal, it was one area, only 900,000 won, roughly. Unfortunately, on my receipt, it doesn't break down each thing I got. It just gives me the total price. So it's either 900 or 991, less than 1,000 won for one area, laser hair removal, the first month that they opened. It's over now, unfortunately. They've been open more than a month, so you probably can't get this. But that was incredible. Really, really incredible. The next thing, I was thinking of getting Juve Look or Juve Derm, I didn't exactly know the difference, so that's why I went to go and ask them. Problem was the Juve they advertised a certain Juve Look or Juve Derm, but it was different from what would suit me. It was more just like a skin care on your kind of outer skin layer, a skin treatment. And I wanted it kind of done on my forehead and a little bit on my smile lines. And they said, yeah, it would cost this much. It was maybe 300,000. So I was like, ooh, girl. No, my budget for today is 100,000 won, roughly. So we kind of went back and forth, like, oh, what if you just put 1 cc, in my forehead area? And I was told, no, it wouldn't be enough. And, for you. But what is Juvilook and Juvederm, which I didn't even get, but I'll just quickly tell you. So originally I wanted Sculptra. Sculptra it's FDA approved in America. It's been around much longer. It's approved in Korea, and it is an injection that they inject into your skin, and it stimulates the collagen deep in your skin, because it's collagen that makes our skin become less voluminous, less radiant, kind of, the reason why you develop kind of small smile lines or kind of small wrinkles is a lack of collagen, as far as I'm aware. Always correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not an expert. I'm just an enthusiast. So, it usually lasts between 1 and 2 years. It starts to simulate the collagen, and it's one of those treatments you get that just improves over time. Because Sculptra is the most like world recognized collagen, boosting injection, it's very expensive. But Korea has their own version, and the version of that, which lasts you see good results over 1 year, and it also has hyaluronic acid in it, which is great for moisturizing your skin, is Juve Look or Juve Derm. I always confuse them and exactly which is which. But what I wanted was some Juve Look volume here, just to add a little bit of plump. And I think on my forehead I have beanie, tiny, whiny, first world get a life problems, tiny little wrinkle one on my forehead. And it's more just, people say it's kind of to not prevent. It's about prevention. It's like there's no point putting sun cream on your face to stop having wrinkles when you're 70 years old and you already have the wrinkles. The best time to wear sun cream to prevent wrinkles is now, so that when you're 70 years old, your skin is healthy, protected from the sun, and you don't have as many wrinkles. So that's the whole point of getting this done. But I didn't have enough money for that, so she suggested to me that I get Rejuran. It's pronounced quite differently in the Korean accent. I had heard of Rejuran many times just from being as chronically online as I am. But when she said that, and that they were doing a deal to do it, just my forehead area it was roughly 100,000 won as their opening clinic event. I thought to myself, okay, yeah, that's great. Yeah. Laser hair removal, roughly 900 won. Yeah. And then she said to me, with your forehead, Rejuran will be really, really good, but what would also be great for you would be some Botox in the top of your head. And Lord child, I have always had this rule for myself. I said, I do not want to get Botox yet. I just think it's too soon, too early. I don't want it. I really just, I don't want to be... You see, some people, and they're very aged, like they're way too young getting all of this stuff done, and it just ages them, I just always had this thing that it felt like too much. I just always wanted to wait before I consider getting anything like Botox or filler. And I'm not against it at all. Child, I'm going to skincare clinics. I'm trying to get like, you know, skincare treatments and laser hair removal. I'm not against that at all. I'm just against too much too young. Maybe I'm in denial about my age. But then she hits me with, well, we're doing a deal right now. And, you know, considering, you know, your kind of fine lines and with the Rejuran treatment, you know, Botox would work really well, even if you do microneedling, or any other kind of treatments. It won't exactly treat your line and prevent more lines. So the open event at the moment, it's only 900 won for Korean Botox in one area. And I said, 900 won? 900 won? Add that to the basket. Add that to the I'm such a cheapskate. It's it's a problem. It's a true problem. I've had friends get angry at me. They've just started yelling at me and said, just buy a drink. Just buy a drink, Ash. So all my morals and my integrity belief system went out the window when she told me how cheap it was. I'm not that far away from the age I had in my head of when I said, okay, once I reach that age, I will consider, hopefully I just won't, but I'll consider getting Botox or fillers. So it was a very tiny amount in my head, just up here, Botox, and then whole forehead, Rejuran. But first I went into, well, no, I'm telling this all wrong. So first they put numbing cream on my forehead. I asked them if the Rejuran hurt, and they said, I think they said yes, but they didn't say a lot or anything. They said, yeah, it hurts, but we're going to put on numbing cream on your forehead. And so I had the numbing cream on my forehead, and while I was waiting for the numbing cream to take effect, they took me in to get laser hair removal. So I've gotten laser hair removal lots of times. I've talked about it before on this channel because it's so cheap in Korea. This is the cheapest it's ever been. This is the cheapest it's ever been because of this open event, which I'm so sorry it's over now. Hate to be watching this video and not have known about it. It's over now. 900 won to get laser hair removal in one area. Unheard of. Unbelievable. Amazing. So it's normal laser hair removal. It never really hurts me. It's very effective for me. It always has been. For other people, it doesn't work. I don't know why. I suppose there's different lasers, there's different hair types and body types. And then I went through to the esthetician room. So they removed the numbing cream from my forehead, and they started to get to work on this forehead. So she started, I assume, on the Botox, which was just very, very short. And then she started on the Rejuran. And I had to ask her, like, what are you doing right now? Like, are you doing Botox right now? Or are you doing Rejuran? And I thought we were still doing the Botox. I didn't really know, but she said, we're doing Rejuran right now. Okay. And it was so painful. On a pain scale, I would give it 9 out of 10. I cried. The needle going in, it went in so deep to my skin, and it mostly hurt around here. She did it like down to here. I think maybe my skin's, I don't know the reason for the pain. My skin's like not as thick here, and she did it like quite high up on like my head, like into my hairline. It felt like the needle was going in, and it was like scooping or hooking. It was like, it wasn't just like needle, do it. It was like, and it just kept going on and on and on. When I thought we had done my whole forehead, she just kept doing it. The doctor was really, really lovely, really, really nice. I did tell her that I needed a moment to just like stop, and she stopped for me, and just, she's like, oh yeah, I know it hurts, right? It does hurt. The doctors themselves, they didn't speak in English to me. So if you're going to this clinic and you want English service, the consultations are possible in English. The secretaries in front of house staff speak English. The doctors, I'm not too sure. Maybe they can and do, but they didn't speak it to me. Yeah, it was just painful. And you know what? I think because it's done now, I'm kind of just sitting here, and it's funny. It's funny how we go through pain and then we kind of just forget how painful something really was, or how awful it was. Like, I imagine times right now where I was sick and I'll be like, oh yeah, I was sick once. Oh yeah, it probably wasn't that bad. And then you're sick again and you're like, this is the worst. This is awful. Like, thinking back now, I'm thinking, yeah, it was extremely painful. I know that. But yeah, I'd probably like get it done again on like my cheeks or chin area, forgetting how painful it was. Like, I cried, and I have a very, very high pain tolerance for outer pain. Like, I've never cried getting an injection ever. Laser hair removal has never hurt me. I've gotten punched in the face before. I didn't cry. So for something to make me cry, it's a very big deal. And for me to say it's a 9 out of 10 on the pain scale is the big deal. But I got through it, finished, tears streamed down, cried. And then when I went back to like wash my face and all of that, it was just bubbles on my forehead. Just bubbles. And I was like, wow, that's so interesting. I've seen that before. I've seen those skincare treatments where you have bubbles on your forehead. And okay, that's interesting. I had already paid in the consultation room the full payment that I paid for the 3 things I got done was 110,881. I was able to get a tax refund immediately. I just went outside and they have a tax refund machine. You show your passport, and I got it back in cash. I got 7,001 back as cash straight away after that. And I left, and I continued to have bubbles on my head. I went back to the apartment, and I just put into YouTube Rejuran, and I was just curious, like, what did I get done? And that sounds absolutely ridiculous. Like, I did not properly check what Rejuran was. I just know that it was a skincare treatment that was similar to what I wanted. I just wanted more like moisture and glowing on my forehead and to lessen my wrinkle hair. And I had heard about it so many times, I just like knew, okay, well, and it was within my budget at that time. So I looked it up and I realized, oh, it's that salmon sperm DNA injection that was trending a couple of months ago and that many people were getting. That's what I got done. And that makes so much sense. So they extract DNA from the sperm of salmon and they inject it into your face. And they need to inject it deep down. And everybody who got it done just talked about how painful it is. So it made complete sense why it was so painful. And everybody talked about the bubbles on their head. I just didn't question it. I just thought, oh, there must be more than one skincare treatment where you kind of have bubbles on your face for a day. They were there a day. They were gone on, I would say they were almost gone on day 2, definitely gone by day 3. So they're there, but then it's a quick recovery. So I realized what I had gotten done as it was, oh, I had gotten that done. That's what Rejuran is. And yeah, I mean, let me show you the results. You saw in the video a little bit, but not much, how my forehead was before. But this is now, oh gosh, how many days after? Oh, let me do I'm terrible at maths. I was in the worst maths class when I was in school. The teacher once asked a girl to divide 7 into 14, and she couldn't do it. We sat there for what felt like 5 minutes. So I got it done 6 days ago. So this is after 6 days, the progress. Look at my forehead. So I can't, on the camera, I can't even see the tiny wrinkle I used to have, but I had a deeper wrinkle here, and now it is just so minuscule, so faint. My whole forehead, it's looking quite good, quite glowy. Ooh, especially from that angle, quite beautiful. I think it takes longer to see the results of the Rejuran, but at least the Rejuran mixed with the Botox, I'm seeing the results. It's amazing. One thing though, which is very funny, is I can't raise my eyebrows properly. You know, like if I try to really raise my eyebrows and be expressive with my face, that's as much as I can do, which is maybe not that bad, but I feel like it's quite bad. I have a very expressive face and I used to be able to put my eyebrows up all the way and da-da-da-da. But I think it'll improve with time. Overall, when it comes to VandS clinic and their new clinic in SEOngSU, I was really happy with the customer service, loved the little cute gifts, the open event prices were amazing, the doctor was lovely, did the treatments really well. Even after I finished my treatment and I was, you know, tearing up a little bit, crying, the consultation worker who spoke English so well, she came in to check on me, to check if everything was okay. You know, some clinics, they don't do that, they don't bother, so that was really, really nice. Also, I have to say, the clinic itself had really great facilities. They had lockers that were really secure, even their toilet. The toilet was nice. Heated seat. They had a bidet. Like it was really like it was a clinic that thought about everything. They had hair dryers there. I think they had the Dyson hair dryers, or like knockoff Dyson hair dryers maybe. Had hair straighteners, hair bands, sun cream there. Like it was kind of, they thought of everything a patient needs and they had it. Water machine, tea machine. I mean, I know there's a lot of clinics that have this, but I felt like this clinic thought a little bit more about what a patient might need or want and provided that. I would give VandS clinic, yeah, I'd give them 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. That might be the first time. 10 out of 10. 1,000 out of 1,000. A million out of a million. There's no faults at all. The time I went. 9:30 to 11 though, it was much longer than I expected. It did take much longer. But I mean, I'm not going to take away points for that reason. Overall, I had a great time. They gave me great service. And my forehead, honey. This little line, what line? What minuscule wrinkle? Where? We don't know her. We don't know her.